Planet Dolan.
From Hinnys to Narlugas, we count 10 crazy hybrid animals that actually exist. Oh yes, it's another Animal One with Pringle the One. Yeah, what's up YouTube fans? Pringle the One in the building. How we doing today? And today, guys, I got some crazy new content for your face. So here we go.
Number 10.
You've probably heard of mules, but did you know if you breed a male horse and a female donkey, instead of a female horse and a male donkey, you get a whole other animal called a hinny? This is actually the case with most, if not all, hybrid animals. The difference between the two is that hinnies look more like horses and are smaller. The size difference is thought to be because of donkey wombs being smaller than horses. Funny enough, it's actually quite rare to happen without artificial insemination, since stallions and jennies are both much more picky about their mates than the other respective sexes. And you know what? This really reminds me of this Spanish song, and it was about a burro, and it kind of went like, Mi burrito sabanero, mi burrito sabanero, mi burrito sabanero, sabanero. Yeah, I don't know the rest of the lyrics to the song actually.
Number 9.
A leopard is what happens when you cross a leopard with a lion, and it has spots and a mane. Once again, humans never want to leave the animal kingdom alone. Although the spots are smaller and faded, and the mane isn't as thick or majestic, well, of course, the first person to breed a leopard wasn't super successful. The lioness bore 2 cubs, and one of them died months after its birth. Luckily, the other survived for much longer. All leopards were sterile until recently, when someone managed to breed one with a lion-jaguar hybrid, which is called a Leo Laguar, which unfortunately I couldn't find any pictures of, so I drew you an amazing picture of one instead. Huh? Pretty damn good, isn't it?
Number 8.
Do you like camels? Do you like llamas? Well then, have I got the animal for you. This little cutie pie is a cross between a camel and a llama, and it was created to be extra fluffy so we could get more wool out of them. When the first camel was still young, it was wily and generally misbehaved, especially once it reached sexual maturity, where it tried to bang other llamas and a guanaco, whatever the fuck that is. Unlike many other hybrids, camas are fertile and have successfully been bred with other camas in order to make many fluffy, cutie camas.
Number 7.
If you don't like fluffy, then maybe a narwhal cross with a beluga might interest you. Who is coming up with these weird ass names? Come on, humans, please stop doing it. I mean, sure, it doesn't have a unicorn horn like half of its parents do, but it's still so happy to see you. This is one of many Arctic hybrids that have spawned naturally because of the melting ice caps. It seems that the hybrids are much more robust and better suited to deal with the relatively hot Arctic.
Number 6.
When you take a false killer whale, one of the dopiest looking animals around, and cross it with a dolphin, you get one weird looking mammal fish. It seems that very little of the grace of the dolphin gets carried over in this situation. It's very hard to get a wolfin to exist. It's difficult to conceive and tends to die not long after being born, but one survived long enough to have an offspring, making 3/4 dolphin wolfins. No lie, this one legit sounds like a Pokemon. Can you imagine it? Wolfin, use tackle. Well, not tackle. You probably use like hydro pump. We don't need scrub moves like tackle, really.
Number 5.
Zebroid is the collective name for any zebra that's been bred with any other equine animal. You know, like donkeys or horses. The more specific names are amusing. Try saying Zedonk, Zorse, Zonky, Zebra Mule, or Zemu without smiling. I know I did. Okay, maybe the last two aren't that funny. They're kind of funny to me, but still, you get my point. Zebras have between 32 and 46 chromosomes, and donkeys have 62, yet they still can breed with relatively few problems, which I think is pretty damn amazing.
Number 4.
What are the 2 coolest bears? If you answered correctly, you should have said polar and grizzly, and they have been merged together through the power of sex into one of the cuddliest looking killer machines on Earth. This is another one of those hybrids that were caused by climate change, and it's pretty astounding to see just how well it survives in comparison to polar bears. But this animal brings up an unfair point. Why do bears have to be cute? It's like they've evolved specifically to make humans want to hug them, thus providing them a free meal, because you know they're probably going to just eat your head off.
Number 3.
A Geep is a cross between a goat and a sheep, and it's amazing they can exist at all since they're totally different in genera, which is the plural for genus, by the way. Ooh, look at me using some big words. But there's an even more amazing animal. Instead of breeding a sheep with a goat, a scientist merged the embryos of the 2 animals in order to create a chimera. Anybody know of that Full Metal Alchemist? I know I'm not the only one that felt one when I said this word, chimera. The chimera has patches of wools, and patches of goat fur. And no, it really isn't from science fiction. I just want them to somehow make a dog-cat Chimera next just to see what it looked like. I swear to you, Full Metal Alchemist right there.
Number 2.
Take a jaguar, bump it into a line for long enough, and you'll either have one dead cat and one alive cat, or several months later you'll get a jag line. It's pretty crazy to see a line with such vivid markings on it. It almost looks fake, but the internet tells me it's real. And why the internet ever lie about something like this? Because you know the internet never lies. I just think someone needs to figure out how to make one a household pet. Because I want one. I mean, it'd protect the house way better than any dog could. And it's pretty damn cool when you go around telling your friends, yeah, I got a jag line. And no, you can't pet it.
Number 1.
I'm sure you've heard of ligers before, but that doesn't mean they're not amazing animals. I mean, you take two of the coolest animals and merge them together, and it comes out looking even cooler than you think it would. It doesn't lose its mane, and the stripes are as vivid as tigers. Unfortunately, since they live nowhere near each other, it just never happens naturally. Crazy enough, ligers actually grow bigger than either tigers or lions, whereas tigers only grow to the size of a female tiger. I believe the weirdest animal I actually ever heard of was the platypus. I really don't know what the hell that thing is. How about you guys? What's the weirdest animal hybrid you've heard of? Alright guys, much love and appreciation. Take care everybody. Peace. Forcing themselves onto female donkeys. That's just wrong. Mother Nature obviously didn't see fit to make llamas as smart as they are cute and fluffy. Scientists aren't sure if their humping is confusion or just for shits and giggles. Either way, these llamas are really making an ass of themselves.